All right, you guys. So like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you guys get all the updates whenever we release video content on the channel. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. Salute to my brother A Weapons. He rep Midlife Music. Make sure y'all following us on social media on our Instagram. Also, make sure that you guys check out our Facebook channel, facebook.com/Ticket TV. All these links are going to be in the description box below. You guys can also catch our podcast show. Make sure y'all subscribe to our podcast show. We'll have all the hidden content that you guys didn't see from our podcast show. So all of the links will be pinned below. Salute to everybody who donates to the stream. And we're going to get ready to get started with this stream today now. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Much love, honor, respect, and appreciation.
You know, out of all respect and all fairness, I'm going to take my personal thoughts about LeBron James out of this video. I think that it's important that when you analyzing a person or a player, that you analyze them. And so I don't want to bring my disdain for LeBron James on the court into this conversation, because I feel like this is a conversation based off of the things I'm seeing being put out here. This is a conversation that's worthy of having. Again, man, I appreciate, just to start off this video, everybody that support my channel, man. If you guys have not already subscribed, subscribe. But if you have subscribed and y'all have not rung the notification bell, it is a bell that you'll see right over there under the subscribe button. You got to hit that bell again, and it says all, and you got to click it all, so that way you'll get all the notifications. A lot of y'all say, hey, man, I ain't getting your notifications ticket. You got to have a notification bell on all. You click the notification bell on all, you should get most of my videos, but y'all got to come back and check the timeline of my channel either way, because y'all know how it go. That's why I got the podcast show that y'all see right there on Patreon. And bro, I gotta tell y'all something, man. I love all the people that support and rock with me, man. Bro, we almost at 3,000. We a few subs away from 3,000, bro. That's crazy, bro. On the podcast, bro. And we going for 4. But I just want to tell everybody that rally behind me. I appreciate y'all. Now, let me get into this, bro. NBA GM, they not playing with Bronny, bro. So the NBA GM has come out and said there are probably 3 rounds worth of prospects that are more talented than Bronny in this class. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something, right? And he went on to actually try to cremate Bronny James. And we're going to talk about this right now. Look, I've heard a lot of people talk about this topic, a lot of pros. Let me see who this is. Somebody in the Cash App already. Who is this? Shout out to my boy JB, man. Top of the morning, bro. Always coming through, showing love, man. Bro, I appreciate it, man. With the donation to the Cash App, man. Oh, that's another thing. Everybody who support my channel and donate, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. If y'all want to donate, the links is pinned at the top. Cash App, PayPal. Let me know what y'all thinking, man. Salute to all of y'all for that, man. Shout out to my boy JB. And JB, you being here every single day showing love, bro. Salute to you, my brother. Let me get this to y'all. So you hear a lot of people been giving their opinions, but I want to read what the scout said first about Bronny James so that you guys can get the gist of what's going on, right? So the scout says that Bronny is nowhere near ready. An NBA GM general manager told The Ringer he should go back to school and develop at his own pace, or he risks getting lost in the shuffle, whether or not he's playing with his dad. There are probably 3 rounds worth of prospects. And remember, they say this is a weak draft. This is what Shariana and all the other people are pushing, that this is a weak draft and this, that, and the third. It says that there are probably, which I disagree with. I don't think this is a weak draft. I think people don't know basketball. I think Zach Edey is an absolute monster in the post. And people talking about he ain't no lottery pick. He should be number 1 overall pick. And then Terrence Shannon Jr. Terrence Shannon Jr. out of Illinois is a monster. He is a top 5 pick, but they all crying about age and guys that staying in school for years now. I don't understand it. Those guys are more NBA ready. You want kids coming in here early now, unready to perform, and then you blast them when they don't perform. When you got guys that are going to college, playing 3-4 years, getting ready, bro. And I'm telling y'all this. But let me get back to this, right? It says he should go back to school and develop at his own pace, or he risks getting lost in the shuffle, whether or not he's playing with his dad. So the NBA GM said it don't matter if he's playing with his daddy. He's still going to be, you know what I'm saying? He says there are probably 3 rounds worth of prospects more talented than Bronny in this class. So picking Bronny is more about getting LeBron's attention right now than it is about developing Bronny himself. So this dude is blasting Bron and Bronny, right? So he goes on to say, Bronny is an undersized, and this is the most scathing to me, is that Bronny is an undersized, and you said Zach Edey #1 is crazy? No, it's not. It's crazy because you don't know a damn thing about basketball. That's why it's crazy. And that's a different JB, I hope. I hope you ain't the same JB that donate to my stream all the time, bro, that said that. Because I'm going to tell you something, dog. That's unbelievable, brother. Zach Edey destroying everything moving down there in the post. He should be the #1 overall. If we was in any other era, he'd be the #1 overall pick, hands down. But only in this weak era where all y'all do is jack up a bunch of threes, do y'all devalue a guy like that. They talking about Draymond Green talking about, yeah, they slowed him down. The man had 37 and whatever in the championship game. And they talking about he slowed down. Get out of here, man. The man had, you know how hard it is to get 37 in a college basketball game like that when they're playing zone and everybody's focused on you? He's talking about he quit. What the hell you think? He's a machine, Draymond Green? He is a human being. He has been carrying the team all the way through the tournament. And that's the type of foolishness these guys say. The man had 37 and 14 and Draymond Green talking about, oh yeah, he was quitting. They got him to slow down. Are you crazy? The man is getting double, triple team, all kind of stuff. The whole game plan is built to stop him. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But this new NBA, what they want to do is, I told y'all, they have disintegrated the big men, is what they have done. They have disintegrated the big men, straight up. And it's sad what they have done to the big man. They have absolutely made the big man extinct. That's why they don't respect Zach Edey, because these dudes don't have no common damn sense. Any dude like that, 7'4", that's smoking anything in front of him, got post moves, finish around the basket with dunks. All of this, bro, he's supposed to be the next big thing. Ain't no question about it. But what they have done is they have made this a Steph Curry league, where now you can say that guys like Zach Edey, he says, oh, you're crazy to think he's #1. But then you guys will be the same ones that think Bronny should be drafted. But let's get back to it, right? So it says Bronny is an undersized. This is the most scathing comment out of all the comments I saw from the GM. He said Bronny is an undersized non-shooting guard. Damn. He says that the shot looks good, but it doesn't go in. God, dog. That's the killer right there. He said those guys scare me the most. It's either lack of touch or mental. Either way, those take years to correct. The man says that he's a undersized, non-shooting guard. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Undersized, non-shooting guard, right? The shot looks good, but don't go in. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable, bro. And this is the NBA GM going off on LeBron James and this kid like this, bro. And so, listen, here's my thoughts. Because I heard a lot of people talking about this, all the way across the board. And I'm going to tell y'all like this, right? And so, I don't like the fact that, guys don't want to say this. Because, and this is what it is, right? It's a lot of sensitivity and people are afraid to speak their minds around LeBron James. And I told you guys, I take my whole thought process about LeBron out of this because his son is a completely different player. Here's what I think. Here's what I personally think. I think Bronny got skills. When I watch Bronny, see, I'm going to tell y'all something, right? Let me give y'all an example. I saw yesterday, I was watching the Gills Arena show yesterday, and they were talking about this. Him, Rashid, all those guys, Kenyon Martin. Some of them were saying that, look, man, Bronny need to go back to school. Some of them were saying, hey, man, he a pro right now. People were blasting Gil, and I forget who else said it on his show. I think it was, I can't remember if it was Brandon Jennings or who else. I forget who it was else that was agreeing with him. But they were blasting him saying that Bronny is a pro. And I'm going to tell y'all something. He made a few good points. Even though I don't agree with all this crazy shit that Gilbert Arenas say. He made a few good points when he talked about the situation. I'm going to tell y'all why, right? When you look at certain players in certain situations, like I'm going to tell y'all something. The college game is not a depth for every player. And this is just facts. College coaches coach different than the NBA. The game is more compact, and the NBA promotes you to be able to have freedom in your game, space, ability to operate. Now, here's the thing, right? Bronny is a good kid. He got skills, big time athleticism. He have basketball IQ, and all of those things that you look at when you say, can a guy translate on a pro level? Here's what Bronny don't have, and I think this is what separates and what doesn't allow Bronny to reach his full potential right now. He don't have that it factor where he gonna go get it. He don't have that confidence that I'm the man, I'm gonna be aggressive, I'm gonna go get it. And I see that. Like, let me give y'all an example, right? So, for example, when everybody was getting mad at Gil yesterday and the other boy for saying what he said, I kind of understood where he was coming from. Because he's like, look, man, you go to the NBA game, the court's going to open up. You're going to be able to do a lot more things. It ain't going to be compact. But see, here's the part that I think that he missed out on, is that Bronny, and I think Kenyon Martin said this. I'm not sure if it was Kmart or it was Rashid. One of those two said this, and they was absolutely right. Bronny don't have that ultra aggressiveness and confidence that he need to have to go along with the athleticism, the skill set. He plays hard defense. He's a smart player. He understands the game. He got the tools. Let me say it like this. He got all the tools in the toolbox. Sometimes it takes players a little while longer to do. That's why they call them late bloomers. Guy like him, who's been around all the training, all the stuff he's been around, to me, with him, is that mental aspect, that edge that you need to get you, to make you stand out. Bronny has always been a dude that fit in. And I think that is the issue. He has not been a dude that really pushed himself. Like, if you guys remember that one game, LeBron had a game, and after the game, he was doing a post-game interview, and he was watching his son play on TV. And this like described everything about Bronny to me. Bron was screaming at the screen for his son to shoot the ball. He was like, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. When you got to do that, he don't have that aggressiveness that you have to have in those situations when you're trying, when you the man. When you the man, you just got it. Here's what I'm saying, right? When you the man, and you know you the man, now you coming with it. Every player has a term. Every real player has a time in their life when they become, or they know they the man. Whether it's when you're younger and you a younger kid, or when you get older and you grow into the role. Every basketball player don't develop the same as far as that's concerned. So you can have the skills, the skill set, and everything, but if you don't have that mentality and that confidence that I'm this dude, you understand what I'm saying? That can hold you back. And I believe that is what holds Bronny back, because I do believe Bronny got skills. Me watching Bronny, he got skills. And the GM is right. Jump shot look good and everything. He don't go in. You know why? Because he's not playing with the ultimate confidence in himself. Bronny lacks that. And this is the part people not telling y'all about. He lacks the ultimate confidence in himself. So when Gilbert Arenas was saying that stuff, he was saying, everybody was saying, oh, Gil, he don't know what he's talking about. He's talking shit. No, he's telling you, Look, because you can be in the gym playing pickup with guys, and you can tell, hey man, this dude right here, he got skills, he on another level. You know what I'm saying? Like he can really play on this level. But if he don't have that mentality and that approach, that holds a lot of cats back. And I'm telling y'all this, bro. If let me just give y'all a perfect example. If Bronny had the skills that he have, but he had the mentality and the mindset of, let me see, of I don't even want to compare him to guys like Kobe and all those guys. But if he just had a hardcore mentality, if he had the aggressiveness of a Giannis Antetokounmpo, let's just say that was his mentality, that he was aggressive like that, you will see a completely different player. And I know people ain't gonna understand me. Oh, Tiki, you capping for LeBron. Y'all know I don't like LeBron James. I've taken him out of this conversation, and the fact that the truth need to be spoken. Bronny need to play with the ultimate confidence, and if he can't play with that, then he's not gonna make it. Simple as that. And that is the difference. So what the scout said in hardcore terms was right. He said Bronny's an undersized, non-shooting guard. That's right, because he ain't really hitting shots. He said the shot looks good, but it don't go in. That's true. He said those guys scare me the most. Is either lack of touch or mental. And I think that it's mental with Bronny. I just think that Bronny he's not the dude that is just an outright, straight up, I'm coming for you on the court, assassin mentality on the basketball court. You understand what I'm saying? When your father has to force you to shoot the ball, and I ain't talking about just in college. He was like this all the way through. He wasn't shooting a lot. He wasn't doing none of this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why people say, oh, he shouldn't have been a McDonald's All-American. He wasn't like his that part of his game, if it ever develops, will be late blooming. And I'm talking about his aggressiveness. So we're going to find out if he can or can't, because I'm telling y'all right now, he is going to be encouraged to be the most aggressive that he's ever been coming up. He's going to be encouraged to do that. So let's say he stays in school, transfers, or goes to a different program. Bronny's going to be putting up around 15 shots a game, guaranteed. They're going to force him into that. And if he still doesn't do it going forward, then he's done. Because they're out here, and I saw another report comparing him to a poor man's Pat Beverley. I mean, so come on now. He hadn't showed that type of defense. He's a very good defensive player, got good defensive skills. You know what I'm saying? So can Bronny, does he have a nice shot form? Yeah, he has a nice form. Does he understand basketball? Yeah. Does he have good basketball IQ? Yeah. But he hasn't pushed himself to stand out. And I understand it, bro. Because players go through different levels of maturity. People don't understand this that don't know basketball, bro. They don't understand that part, bro. So yesterday, out of all the crazy stuff that Gil say, and Gil say a lot of crazy shit that I have nothing to agree with, right? I understood where he was coming from, because when you look at certain players, you say, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't always judge those players by numbers. Those are facts. But what the media is doing, here's what the media is doing that's doing the boy a disservice. The media is putting him ahead of where he's at right now. That's the disservice that the media is doing. So the media is putting him at a disservice versus where he's at. If you look at him and you say, I see the skill set there, I see all the ability, it's like he have all the capability there. Let me give y'all another example. Vince Carter in the NBA, they talked about Vince yesterday in college, but Vince Carter in the NBA, he had all the ability in the NBA. Him and Tracy McGrady had all the ability to be Kobe Bryant. You know what separated them from Kobe Bryant? Mentality, approach, mindset. Shout out to my boy Dexter with a $50 donation this morning in the Cash App. He said, great breakdown ticket. Salute to you. You said great non-biased breakdown. I'm going to add that in there because you did say that. Salute to you. So, that, I mean, if you look at that, right? So, and I'm not saying that Bronny's on any of those levels. I want y'all to think about this, right? But if you think about the tools that Vince and T-Mac had, if they had the mentality of Kobe Bryant, their whole careers just looked at it a whole different level. Whole different stratosphere. You can even go to LeBron James. You can say, hey, man, if LeBron James had Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's mentality, LeBron James would be the GOAT. If LeBron, let me say this again, with all the skills that LeBron James have, if LeBron James had Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan's mentality, LeBron James would be the GOAT and it wouldn't be close. So when you look at Bronny's situation, if Bronny had the same aggressiveness and mentality as a T-Mac or a guard like that, he would easily be an NBA prospect without nobody being able to question it. But he doesn't have that aggressiveness to him. And it just didn't start. It just didn't start. And I'm going to tell y'all something. And I'm going to show y'all how y'all break down the game, right? Now, look at this right here, right? So when Bronny is in school, he's always been this way. He doesn't look to overshoot the basketball. He just takes what comes to him. Bro, greatness is selfish at times. Greatness overcomes at times. I'm talking about when you pushing yourself above the rest, right? And that's what he has to be able to want to be able to do, and he has to want to do. So let me give you an example. His shooting percentage is not going to look good when he's shooting 4 or 5 shots a game in sporadic times. You know why? He's not getting into no rhythm in the game. He ain't shooting a lot of shots to get into a rhythm. If Bronny is shooting 29%, but he's averaging 14, 15 shots a game, then you got a question. Like, he ain't that dude. But if he's shooting 38, 35% from the field, 30%, but he's only taking 4 shots a game, you can't really look at that. You can't really judge that and say, he's no, because what he's not doing is you're not getting a big enough sample size to see okay, let me give y'all an example, right? We call players in the NBA trash that on the bench. Let me tell y'all something. Don't y'all know that some of these players on the end of the bench, if they were starting and getting starters reps, that them dudes would be. Let me give y'all an example, right? Bones Highland been buried under the bench this year for the Clippers. Clippers started him last night, play him damn near 40 minutes. He got 37 points last night. But Bones Highland is a player that if the coaches said, look, we're going to run the offense through you, we're going to play through you, he averaged 20 points in the NBA. But he's the bench player that can barely get off the bench, averaging around 5 points. But if he was put into that role, he could average 20 in the NBA. Because the aggressiveness, the volume of shots. Kareem, what's up, boy? I see you in the chat. All this stuff that he's putting up, and I see you too, Mario. Salute to you, homie. You guys got to look at that, bro. You guys got to look at that. And I think that that's very important. That's why Bron was telling Bronny, yo, shoot it, because he was like really wanting his son to be aggressive and stand out. And sometimes you can't make him that. He had to grow into that naturally. That's why what this GM said, people are going to take it harshly, but the GM said it was right. You have to grow into that naturally. Straight up. He said he should go back to school and develop at his own pace. This is facts. To where you get that confidence. Let me give y'all an example, right? Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan. Marcus Jordan averaged 15 points, D1. They didn't even consider him an NBA prospect. They didn't even consider him an NBA prospect. Shot 39% from the field. If Bronny had Marcus Jordan's numbers, they'll have Bronny as a top 3 pick in the draft. Based off of what? You guys know. They'll say, oh, he's aggressive, but you know what I'm saying? Now look, the reason why they graded Marcus Jordan's son how they wanted to, Michael Jordan's son how they wanted to grade him in that, because they felt like he got a big sample size. He wasn't a good shooter. He wasn't going to adjust good as a guard in the league. Okay, boom. With Bronny, he always been like this. And that's the scary part. Like, you got to be able to snap out of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes as a pro, you can break through and do it. It's happened, bro. It's been certain situations that happen. Listen, the man did go through a lot. And then not only that, and a lot of people can't talk. Y'all make people think like, oh, y'all make excuses. Y'all say, bro, how many of you guys have passed out on the court and collapsed due to a heart issue? Came back 4 months later and played. Then, let me tell y'all something else that we underestimate. And I'm just being real when I get y'all. And I'm taking y'all know I don't like this dude, LeBron James. I can't stand him. But I'm taking out my bias and disdain for him on the basketball court because I got to be honest with my assessment. When y'all look at Bronny, y'all know how much this boy deal with that he didn't even bring on himself. I got a lot of respect for Bronny. And the reason why I got a lot of respect and I got a lot of love for Bronny, and I'm going to tell y'all why. He don't get into the shenanigans of what his daddy do on the court. He don't do none of that. You don't hear him talking. He ain't out here doing this I'm GOAT talking or acting like he better than everybody else. He just one of the kids, man. He literally fit in. He don't try to stand out and that kind of hurts him a little bit as far as his aggressiveness on the court because he don't have that type of go to him. But it makes you respect him that he's able to deal with all that criticism, bro. Bro, on his social media, if you go look, bro, if he put up one picture, bro, half the comment section is destroying this dude for something he didn't even do. He got to deal with all that. Then you got to go to all the arenas where everybody's calling you overrated, calling you trash, deal with all of the trash talk that you hear on the street. You can't go anywhere without people disrespecting you at the games, calling you a bum, all this stuff, right? So he got to go through all that, which is extra more than anybody else out there on the court and still try to perform, right? But that's the thing. Bronny has to find a breakthrough within himself and say, you know what, I don't care what none of y'all say. This thing going up. It's going up and it's going in. Period. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, he don't have to take that verbally as his mentality, meaning he ain't got to come out and start saying the stuff his daddy say. But he can let his action on the court change and speak differently and speak more aggressive and more strong for himself. This is the type of step in maturity I believe that Bronny need to take in his game. And I think that if he takes that, then you'll see a completely different player. Because I do think he got the skill set. But I agree with the scout. The shot looks good, but it don't go in. Why don't it go in? Because LeBron James Jr., Bronny, he don't have the ultimate confidence in himself, and it shows. Once he gets that, if he can get it, which I hope he does, it's over with. And a lot of players dealt with that, whether you got it early or late. You guys growing up, you seen some players, you grow up with players that they get it in middle school. Like, man, this boy, he a beast. But then guess what? By the time you get to high school, maybe he's the man. And then when you get to college, maybe the tides change. And then maybe somebody else goes pro. He doesn't because his game is already peaked. And yours was just ascending. Basketball works funny like that at times. You understand what I'm saying? Basketball works funny like that at times. Let me give y'all an example. Look at AD. Look at AD's game at Kentucky. AD wasn't playing like this at Kentucky. He was a defensive guy. AD turned into an offensive monster to go in with that defensive guy once he got in the league. A lot of y'all didn't watch the games. Y'all don't know this stuff. I'm telling y'all. Right? Some guys, their games are built for college. More of a system like they can play in that system. But then once you get to the NBA game where it's more open, more spread out, now it's different. You know what I mean? Wisdom Warrior, but you missing what I'm saying. We're not worried about what if AD was an All-American or not. We're not talking about that. You missed my whole point. My whole point is his game, period. You understand what I'm saying? And again, AD was nowhere near the offensive player in college that he was in the pros or that he is in the pros. That's the point of what I'm making. But a lot of y'all just don't know basketball. So I can't really talk to y'all because I'm talking pro basketball talk, like on a pro level. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, AD was an elite defender at Kentucky. He was not an elite offensive player at Kentucky. He became an elite all-time offensive player in the National Basketball Association. Let me give you the difference. Tim Duncan was an elite offensive and defensive player at Wake Forest, and then came in the league and was elite as well on both ends. That's the difference. That's the difference. But see, a lot of y'all really don't understand basketball. That's why when I talk, I don't even bring a lot of cats up anymore because there's levels to this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And these are facts. These are facts. To my brother Wisdom Warrior, here's the thing. And you missed everything I said. Once again, you missed everything I said. What is Bronny supposed to show you in college playing 13 minutes a game? It's spot minutes. 3 minutes here, 3 minutes there, 3 minutes there. You ain't going to show nothing, bro. You come in the game, you get up 1 shot, you get up 2 shots. You may end the game 1 for 4, 2 for 6, 2 for 5. That ain't no opportunity, bro. You ain't really getting out there to play. I'm able to judge you if I'm watching you playing 28, 29 minutes a game, where you're able to get into a rhythm, have a feel for the game, and then I can really see how many attempts you get. What are you doing with those attempts? What does your aggressiveness look like when you're getting real minutes? The 13 minutes came from because the school had him on a minutes restriction when he came back and he was playing spot minutes. I watch all the games. Go in 2 minutes, come out. 3 minutes, go out. 2 minutes, go out. You guys don't understand basketball. A lot of y'all have never could understand basketball. Ever. So I'm just telling y'all this. Now, as the season went along, his minutes went up. But guess what? It's too late. You know why? Because by that time that you get that late in the NBA season, roles have already been defined. See, in the NBA season, in the college season, probably like in the first 6, 7 games, roles are defined. As far as these are the guys that's going to be killing for us this season. These are the guys that's going to be role players. Bronny came in behind the 8 ball already. He didn't get to come in as a starter. I'm playing all these minutes. Somebody took my spot because I wasn't doing my job. No. He had to work his way up. And it's hard when you already got other dudes that's out here. See, a lot of y'all don't understand basketball, bro. Y'all don't understand basketball. Same thing my brother said about Cat. Cat wasn't hitting all those threes like that at Kentucky. Cat came in the NBA and is one of the best three-point shooting big men in NBA history. He wasn't doing all that at Kentucky. Cat could play. He had post game, but everything you see in the NBA has been now magnified. But one thing Cat and those guys had was the aggressiveness, the ultimate confidence. So when that night that Bron was yelling at the screen, shout out to Andre Robertson in the cash of the donation, he said definitely agree Kyrie is sending in the NBA game. Well, Kyrie was going to send anyways. Kyrie was just on a whole different level. But what I'm saying to you is that when you watch that type of stuff, bro, here's the difference with all those other guys, the aggressiveness and the belief. Some guys really didn't believe at certain times. And then once you start believing and knowing how good you are, and man, I got all these skills, I'm good. Now, boom, I'm ready to roll. The problem is the media has put Bronny ahead of where he's at. They're not being honest with where he is showing he's at. The media is talking about Bronny like he's at where they think he can get to. And that's the unfair part to all of the guys who really aren't there. See what I'm saying? So when everybody looks at Bronny and say, oh, he's a scrub, he ain't doing this, you guys ain't watching basketball. Y'all don't understand basketball. You don't understand the game of basketball. You understand what I'm saying? When I watch the game of basketball, when I watch Bronny, I don't see a scrub. I see a young man who has a nice shooting form, who plays defense, who understands the aspects, different aspects of the game, offensively and defensively, who plays a smart game, who plays within the team, within the system, who plays for the team. and not for himself. And that's the biggest, that right there is the biggest problem with Bronny, is that he plays more for the team than he do for himself. And when you want to be a pro at that level like that, you have to be more aggressive for yourself. And I'm just being honest with y'all. You have to. You got to be way more your mentality. And this is not just based off last year. This is based off of since he was in high school and all that time. He was even passive aggressive in high school. Because most high school guys like Bronny, with his skill set, if he really had that go to him, he averaged 25, 30 points. Like, if he's really just, but like I said, some players hit the level at different times. What the NBA media is doing is they're being disingenuous and lying. I heard you, Chris Broussard over there. Well, I think, no. Slow it down, brother. Slow it down, brother. The NBA media won't even be honest with y'all about basic shit. So y'all think they're going to be honest with y'all about this? I told y'all, they've all sold they sold to LeBron James. So instead of telling the truth, most of them going to lie and cap. Chris Broussard, Nick Wright, all of them. I like Chris Broussard, but, you know, like capping, lying, all this other shit. These people won't even tell y'all the truth about coaches. They talk all this shit about Doc Rivers, right? But won't say a word about Frank Vogel and what's going on over there with the Phoenix Suns this year. How the Phoenix Suns struggled to beat the Clippers G League players last night. They won't even talk about, none of these dudes will come out and tell y'all the truth and say, hey, man, you know, we got to think about Frank Vogel. But nah, they'll say, hey, man, what's Doc Rivers' next excuse? But Doc Rivers won the game last night without Giannis, a game that they said that it was going to lose. But ain't nobody in the media going to talk about that shit today. I guarantee you, this is how the media gets down. Right? But Frank Vogel, who's a world champion, right, been in the league for years, coached all his talent, right? He's coaching another super team, and the Phoenix Suns are disgusting. And you don't hear none of these dudes making videos saying that, hey, man, you know, Frank Vogel's a fraud. He's a joke. He's this, that. Nope. Man, they ain't going to say. The only thing they're going to do is talk about Doc. That's the type of foolishness going on. And when Doc deliver the goods, they're going to all shut their mouth. God don't like ugly. To the brother Wally, you said the boy's averaging 4.8 points. Brother, you ain't even listened to this video. You got to go back and listen to the video, dog. This video going to go over your head. It's going to go over the head of people who don't understand basketball, bro. That's how I know a lot of y'all don't understand basketball. You know, when I started to understand basketball and what helped me is when I started playing around pros. When I started playing with pros every single day, and I seen how pros play, how pros practice, how pros work out every single day, that's what made me understand basketball. I never understood basketball until later on in my life when I started playing around pros every single day. Every day. That's when you understand basketball. When I go to the gym every single day, and it's 2 Hall of Famers in the gym with me, NBA Hall of Famers. Other guys who have been multi-time All-Stars, all these dudes, we all just working out like it's normal. NBA players who've got big minutes in the league, some role players. When you start working out and practicing with these guys playing with these guys every single day, all summer long, this is when you know. This is when you start learning the game. So that's why those guys say that stuff about Bronny, because he played with all those guys in the summertime. The problem is when you have to push him to do that, and he doesn't have that in himself to where I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna be ultra aggressive and impose my will. That is the problem. And now he's being forced into a situation where he himself has not showed that he is ready. Even though you see the different signs that he has the skills and potential. So this is why I'm breaking this down to y'all. It ain't always just about, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, no, you got to look at all the different aspects of the game. All the different aspects of the game. So do I think Bronny is a very good basketball player? Yes, I do. Why? I'm not just looking at his numbers. I'm looking at different things that y'all not looking at. I'm looking at his outright skill set. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. You can get food. Let me repeat this again. I want y'all to really think about this right here. You can get food into thinking some players are great because they got great numbers. Some of these niggas out here just jacking up shots. They ain't really that good. They just jacking up shots. That's why when y'all always ask us, y'all say, hey, man, why do championships and shit like that matter? You know why? Because it ain't just your points and your stats. It's your will and how you control and impose your will on the game. Right? So that's why we say it's levels to this shit. That's why when we say, hey, man, Shaq didn't win no championships until he played with Kobe. You know why? Kobe was a different animal. No disrespect. He was a different animal than Penny Hardaway. He was a different animal than Eddie Jones. He was a different animal than all those other guys that Shaquille O'Neal played with. You got to think about that. Y'all don't think about stuff like this. Right? So that's why we say it's levels to this shit, bro. It really is, man. It really is, bro. And for people to say, you know what I'm saying, oh, Bronny is, bro, you got so many pros saying Bronny's a pro because they see it. They just know that Bronny's lacking that one thing, and that is that go hard. He one of them dudes, I could tell you right now, Bronny be in the gym playing with them pros and working out with them during the summer, and they be telling Bronny, man, come on, man, you got to be aggressive, bro. What are you doing? You got all the skills right here. You got to be aggressive. Versus, like I said, you can have a dude that's out there jacking up shots, averaging 25, 30 every year, and you think he good. This mofo ain't good. He just shooting all the balls. He's shooting all the balls. He ain't good. It's a difference. See, this is what Kobe Bryant showed them. I ain't just out here shooting all these balls. I'm out here winning championships. My will is being imposed on this game, too. My will is being imposed on wins and losses. That's when you know, okay, nigga, it's levels to this shit. And that's why I told y'all this. A lot of these players make excuses, lame ass excuses, and talk about the coaches. I told y'all the other day, we talked about all these dudes who make these lame ass excuses. JJ Redick, all these dudes make these lame ass excuses talking about the coach when they didn't get it done. Nigga, you didn't get it done on the court. You were on the court. You could have impacted the game. If you would have put the ball in the basket, if you would have got a defensive stop, you would have impacted winning. But you didn't. But you want to sit up here and run your rabbit ass mouth about the coach. And you were on the court and didn't do shit. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's why I told y'all. It's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit. Right? So some got it, some don't. Michael Jordan showed y'all. They said, oh, Mike's a scorer. He ain't going to win no championships. He's just going to score a lot of points. That's what they tried to say about Mike. He destroyed that entire narrative. He was able to change his game to have an ultra impact on winning at the highest level. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, just because the dude came in here and said, oh, Bronny averaging 4.8 points per game. Well, what about the guy on his team that was averaging 20 and they still was getting their ass kicked as a team? Is he good to you? Is he good? Because he was on the same team, but they was getting the hell beat out of him. Right? And Sip G, you're right. That's the reason why they hate Doc Rivers. Because Doc Rivers is an old school cat. I was arguing with somebody yesterday in the Milwaukee Bucks official team channel. They sit up there talking about, oh, Doc doesn't seem too concerned about Giannis. Nigga, Doc an old school player, nigga. When you get hurt, old school coach is going to be like, hey, you all right? All right, come on, man. Get your shit right. Boom. Next. Who up next? Let's go. That's the old school coach mentality. Not this new soft ass, oh my gosh, are you okay, brother? Let me help you. Let me get a Band-Aid on that. That ain't how we work. Y'all don't like it when a coach get up in your face every single day, telling you what you need to do. That's another thing. I told y'all, Gil say a lot of crazy shit, but if you listen to some of the shit he do say makes sense. The nigga was, when he was talking the other day about Stan Van Gundy, he was like, yo, man, Stan Van Gundy, man, I'm telling you, bro. Like, but Gil made a good point. If you going from college right into the league, Stan Van Gundy the best coach to have. You know why? He gonna keep you on that professional path. But if you a dude who went to a shitty organization where they let you do whatever you wanted to do, and then you went to play for Stan Van Gundy, you like, man, get me out of here, bro. I don't want to deal with this. Because a lot of guys couldn't deal with Stan Van Gundy's approach to detail, professionalism, being there, getting on the players, all of this stuff that's made Dwight Howard a Hall of Famer. And Dwight ran him off. Stan Van Gundy made Dwight Howard a Hall of Famer, and they got to the NBA Finals Stan Van Gundy's way, and they ran him off because they couldn't deal with Stan Van Gundy's truth and his attention to detail, his constant nagging. You understand what I'm saying? You really got to be in this type of shit. I'm going to tell y'all something. Like, that's why everybody asked me the other year, why you like Jimmy so much? The reason why I like Jimmy Butler so much is deeper than just watching basketball, bro. Let me tell you something. You got to be a different type of cat to want to go down there and play for the Miami Heat. Because you know what you're getting. I'm going to tell y'all something. You know why a lot of superstars really duck going playing for the Heat? Because they don't want to have to be held accountable for making weight. They don't want to have to go through all the practices they know they're going to go through. The Miami system, the Miami way. They don't want to go through the training camps and all that stuff like they know they're going to go through down there. That's why I respect Jimmy, because he run to that type of smoke. He built for it. He's a real professional. He really want to go to work. Same thing with Tom Thibodeau. Right? Cats hate, Tibbs run his guys in the ground. Bro, that's nothing. We always used to do that. We used to play every day anyways. But now all of a sudden Tibbs run his players in the ground. No, you guys are soft. Pat Riley won multiple championships in an era where it was less science, less technology. Dudes was playing in chucks. They out there doing 4-hour practices, 2.5-hour practices, 3-hour practices on game day in the morning. And going to multiple NBA finals, winning multiple championships. But the game got soft somewhere. The game got soft. In this era, these dudes will cry and go home. They got all the amenities. They got the massage therapists, all this stuff. They'll cry and go home. But if you're a player like Jalen Brunson, that's why I told y'all, Jalen Brunson's better than Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard couldn't go over there and deal with what Tom Thibodeau got going on in New York. Hell no. But Jalen Brunson, he built for this shit. Josh Hart, them Villanova boys, they built for this shit. Dante DiVincenzo, they built for this. They willing and ready to go to work. Julius Randle, say whatever you want to say. He willing and ready to go to work. And they know, hey, man, you play for Tibbs, you better lace him up. We're going to work. But it's going to make you better in the end. A better player. The only thing I hate about Tibbs is that it haven't showed on a championship level yet, because he haven't been able to get the last player he need, because guys is afraid of that smoke. They afraid of that true grind. That's why it's only certain players who reach that level of greatness. That's why all the stuff I say about LeBron James, and yes, I do think he cheated the system. I think he went and copped out with super teams and everything. LeBron was a hard worker. You don't get to where you get to at his level and you ain't work hard. He's a hard worker. You don't get to the level LeBron got at not working hard. He's a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? It's just levels. It's levels between him, Kobe, and Mike, though. Kobe and Mike on a whole different stratosphere. But LeBron James, he's a hard worker. You don't get to that. You don't get to where he's at by not working hard. I'm talking about individually as a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about from the young age, right? And I'm just being honest with y'all. You can't get by that long. I'm talking about, and I forget the 20 years. I'm talking about 10. You know what I'm saying? And so I think people got to understand it. And I'm giving y'all stuff that, you know, I'm being honest with y'all, man. Y'all talk that shit about Kwame Brown. Bro, you know how good Kwame Brown had to be a high schooler and get drafted #1 overall, bro? And we all didn't even understand the brother's situation. Think about that shit, bro. Think about you being the first ever #1 overall pick out of high school, come to the league, and I got to play the year Michael Jordan coming back. We never thought about that until he brought it up. We all was flipping like, damn, dog. And Kwame brought it up like, bro, like, because I asked him, I was like, dog. He was like, man, because normally a team is built around you. You #1 overall pick, team built around you. We're going to play around you. Nigga, Michael Jordan say 2 weeks later, I'm coming back. All those plans are out the window. Now everything's surrounding Mike. That can ruin a person's mentality and a person's mindset in their career. Because now you're in a situation where you're not going to be able to be the guy and develop into a player that you could have been into. Now you're going to be a part of this whole situation. Now, he made the best of it. Got what, over 10 years in the league? I mean, you can't argue with that. You had to do something right to keep getting contracts. So, again, man, y'all just got to look at, like I said, man, I just think that Bronny, he got to flip the switch. You know what I mean? I think he got the skill. I personally think he got the skills. I just think he got to flip the switch. I think once if he can flip the switch, that's the question. Can he do it? I don't know if he can do it. I'm not Bronny. If he flipped the switch, you'll see a completely different player. If Bronny get that confidence, flip the switch, and sometimes it does happen. I mean, sometimes it happens late. Sometimes it never happens. But can he flip that switch? If he can flip that switch where he just comes out and says, you know what, F it, the hell with everything. You know what I mean? Then I think that, you know, you're going to see a whole, you know, LB, what up, homie? Salute. You know what I mean? And so I think they put him, I think he has to be in a situation himself. Because USC, he's supposed to get off. But that's on him. He has to be aggressive, bro. He has to step up and do what he got to do. But what you say? That's the thing. If he had Russell Westbrook's aggressive, we ain't talking. We ain't even talking. If he got Russell's aggressive, we not talking. So salute to all of y'all that's in here, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they going to get it. You said flip that switch. Yeah, bro. It happens in careers, man. I can give you perfect examples, dog. Excuse me, ma'am. Erica. I assume, you know what I'm saying, that's your name. You're a lady, I assume. I don't know no brother's name Erica, so I don't want disrespect. Ma'am, I'm going to say this to you, right? Yes, flip a switch. Yes, flip a switch, ma'am. Yes. Yes, I mean that. Yes. You want me to give you an example? Jokic flipped the switch. Jokic didn't come in the league like he was. They had Nurkic over Jokic when Jokic came in the league. I'm going to say it again. They had Yusuf Nurkic valued over Jokic when Jokic came in the league. You know what Jokic did, ma'am? Jokic flipped an all-time switch that turned him into being one of the greatest players in the history of the NBA. Jokic could have folded coming into the league, seeing that, man, they value Nurkic over me. He could have folded. He could have just been like, man, it is what. He could have turned into Darko Milicic. But he flipped the switch. Said, nah, I'm that. I'm him. See what I'm saying? So yes, that's what we talking about, man. That's what we talking. Because they weren't talking about Jokic when he came in the league like that. They wasn't. They weren't talking about no Jokic when he came in the league like that. He damn sure flipped that switch. And he flipped an all-time switch out of nowhere. So yes, you can do it. It can be done. See how easy it is to cook you, man? I don't just cook brothers. I cook ladies too. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I cook ladies too that want to get cooked. Respectfully. You understand? You came in here wanting to get cooked. Respectfully, Erica. I got love for you. You already know. Salute to you, my sister. I got a lot of love for you. You feel me? But again, this type of stuff I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't look at it like that. Jokic could have been just another role player, came from overseas and folded the way he came in the league. He ain't come in the league, I'm the man. He ain't come in like that. Jokic made himself the man. Right? Yeah, I just got to get it up to him. He made himself, man, about to be a 3-time MVP. He made himself the man. These are facts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're looking at rap, it's the same thing like Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying? He made himself the man. He literally made himself the man. He went from being in the projects in New York to moving to Baltimore, going to the school of art, going to the West Coast, living in the Bay Area. And you seen him turn himself into the man. Movies, albums, all this stuff just blow up. You know what I mean? You said, do I think Bronny will be the next Jokic? I don't know what's in Bronny's spirit. It's all what's in Bronny's spirit. Sometimes you find yourself later on in life. Everybody that's listening to this video, you find out different things about you at certain points in your life. That's a unique thing about life. You don't always find out certain things at the same time. If everybody was the same, life would be boring. Life would be boring if everybody was the same. But the fact that we all have different paths, some people find themselves different times, and sometimes it's to a detriment. You might learn something late that you wish you would have known early. You might learn something early that you were glad you learned early. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, when y'all trash Bronny like that, he not no nigga out here shooting like goddamn Bill Cartwright. Got 2 left feet, can't move. Nah, get a kid some time to grow. You know what I'm saying? Get a kid some time to grow. We not trying to destroy that kid. I want to see the kid be built up because I like his overall attitude. So I don't care what I think about his father on the basketball court. I'm never gonna vote against that man's son because I don't like his pops. I'm not doing it. I'm not built for that shit, bro. I'm not cut like that, my nigga. I'm cut from a different cloth. Straight up. I want to see that boy be successful, even though his daddy is a capper on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? And so, if I didn't see no talent there, I'd tell you the truth. But I do see it. He do got it. I mean, he do got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just got to tap into it. Everybody understands this. At some point in life, you got to tap into your abilities. You know? Some of y'all got kids right now. And, you may take your kids to the trainers, work them out early. Like, they got all these different programs, these people sending their kids to and stuff to work out and stuff, and your kids still might not get it. You know why? Because they might need more growth and more maturity before they actually get it. And some of them may never get it. Some of them ain't really built for this shit. You know what I mean? Some of them ain't built for it. Michael Jordan's son seen what it was. He saw he wasn't built for it. You see what he did? He got up out the game. You know what I mean? Deion Sanders' son, Bucky, he seen he wasn't in that football shit like that. As far as he wasn't built for it on no NFL level, guess what he did? He took another route, and now he's doing excellent, great things with the media and all that other stuff. So, I mean, yeah, So we really don't know if Bronny is mentally built for it, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. We definitely gonna find out. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, man. And I want to say this last thing. I heard Lexi Brown, baby, you too beautiful to be over there hating on Doc Rivers like that. I seen you over there hating on Lexi. Your daddy is D Brown. You too beautiful. This is the ticket talking to you right now, right? Lexi, you are too You are too beautiful. Over there looking like a whole snack. You're too beautiful to be hating on Doc Rivers. I saw you yesterday. Oh, I don't know about Doc. Come on, girl. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all hating on a legend in his own time. Y'all hating on a legend in his own time. And Lexi, you beautiful, baby. I'm just going to tell you straight up. I don't care what none of them say. I'm rocking. I can smell your perfume through my cell phone when I was watching you yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But stop that, girl. Come on now. Cut that out. Oh no, don't you do that. You know what I'm saying? You too beautiful for that. Real talk. You look too good for that, Lexi. You ain't gotta be doing all that. Sitting over there scrunching up your face, hating on Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is a legend. Period. He's a legend in his own time. This is a fact. We ain't talking about no solid coach. He's a legend. Man won 60% of his games with his career. One of 10 coaches in NBA history that have won over 1,000 games. One of 7% of the coaches in the history of the National Basketball Association that have won a championship. And you sitting over there scrunching up your face? Come on, girl. Let's stop doing this. He's going to the Hall of Fame whether you like it or not. Doc Rivers is going to the Hall of Fame. Whether you like it or not, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He's going to the Hall. And they say, oh, only one chip. You know how many coaches don't have any chips? You never heard them talk about Jerry Sloan. How many chips Jerry Sloan got? They never dog Jerry Sloan. They never disrespect Rick Adelman. How many championships do Rick Adelman got? I'm just keeping it real. This to the brother who said he only got one chip. This is why I cook dudes like you. This is why I cook dudes like you. I can keep going if you want. George Karl. How many championships George Karl got? You hear them talking about George Karl? The way they talk about Doc Rivers? Doc Rivers got a chance. Doc Rivers, the only thing that kept the Boston Celtics relevant, winning championship-wise, from 2007 when they won the chip and got down to 80s, nigga. If Doc Rivers don't win that chip, the Celtics have done nothing in the modern era. These are facts. These are facts. They don't keep that same energy for none of those other coaches. I'm calling them out. I'm calling them out. Gil, all of y'all. Y'all don't keep the same energy, bro. Y'all sit up there and tear down Doc Rivers. That shit's sad. But Larry Brown got one championship, coach 30-something years in the league, and y'all won't say nothing about him. You won't open your mouth. Frank Vogel is on his second straight super team, looking like absolute baby boo-boo. Won't nobody say nothing about him? Won't nobody say nothing about Frank Vogel? Chris Broussard. Rob Parker, the only dude I know that come on TV with an ashy forehead. He got an ashy forehead sitting up there hating on Doc Rivers. Come on, man. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, bro. We not finna do this. Like I said, they won't keep that. They scared to keep that same energy. Y'all see it? But I'm going on my podcast, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Catch me on the podcast. Yo, we like 60 or 70 subscribers from 3,000. That's crazy, bro. You know, I had a hater told me, yo, Ticket, you ain't never going to get 3,000 subs on the podcast. Man, God is great. You know how great God is? God is great, man. But every time they say you can't do something, man, listen, man. I can do all things. You understand what I'm saying? And I stand on that. You feel me? So we get ready to get to 3,000 and we going to get to 4. After that, then we going to get to 5. Y'all, man, all y'all got to do is go to patreon.com/TicketTV, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's standing 10 toes down with me, y'all already know what it is right there on your screen. You feel me? Straight up. You already know. Like, share, subscribe, man. Let me go take a shower, get some breakfast, hop on a podcast. Then I gotta go handle my business, man. Know what I mean? Holla at your boy. My voice is coming back. Because you know something, brother? I lost my voice yesterday, brother. Talking about this big, ugly giant and the power of the LeBron maniacs will come through this screen, brother. And I promise you, brother, the 3 commandments. Oh, brother, say your prayers, brother. Eat your vitamins, brother. And don't take any test, brother. Link to the podcast, top of the chat. I holla.